What is up, YouTube? Rybread here, bringing you a brand new video. This is the first in the series of reviews that I wanted to do of media that have trans characters in them. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Boy Meets Girl. Boy Meets Girl is an indie film set in Kentucky that centers around Ricky, a young trans woman who aspires to be a fashion designer. This is going to be a two-part review. The first review is going to be a spoiler-free review, and then the second review is going to be more in-depth, and that will have spoilers. As for a spoiler-free review, I will say that the movie has some problematic moments, and sometimes the dialogue can be cheesy and unrealistic. However, the movie has a lot of heart, and it deals with some tough subjects such as love, sex, transphobia, and realizing that you're not alone. Plus, Ricky, the main character, is portrayed by a trans actress, and that's not something that every movie that has a trans character can boast. Overall, I'd give the movie a 7 out of 10. It's definitely worth a watch, and it's a cute movie. Now, if you don't want any spoilers, I'd suggest clicking out of the video. I want to talk about what I think the movie did right first. The biggest thing is how it handled sexuality relating to Ricky. In the movie, Ricky befriends a straight girl named Francesca. The girls get very close and eventually even end up sleeping together. In the movie, both Ricky and Francesca question their sexuality. There's a scene in the movie where Francesca and Ricky are in bed together, and Francesca asks Ricky what it means for Francesca to be attracted to Ricky, and Ricky simply replies that it makes her human. But the fact that this scene is in the movie, the fact that Francesca is questioning her sexuality at all, definitely goes to show that both the writer of the script and the character of Francesca both consider Ricky to be a real woman, which is what she is. And on the flip side of that, in the movie, Ricky ends up dating her childhood friend Robbie, who at no point does he question his sexuality for being attracted to Ricky. Sure, earlier in the movie, Ricky and Robbie have a discussion about how penis and vagina sex is straight sex, regardless of who the bits are attached to. And that's definitely one of those questionable moments, in my opinion. But actions speak louder than words, and the movie goes a long way to show that Ricky is considered a real woman because she is. Overall, the movie does deal with the theme of transphobia. One of the main antagonists of the movie is someone from Ricky's past, who also happens to be Francesca's fiancé, who throughout the movie refers to Ricky as the T-slur, calls her a freak, and some other really horrible things. But we don't really see any transphobia from any other characters, not that overtly at the very least. And considering the movie takes place in the South, if there's no transphobia in the movie, it's not really realistic. Most of what I consider questionable moments in the movie are plot drama and about how some of the cis people treat Ricky. In my opinion, the movie does a good job of showing how they treat her in these moments is wrong, though. At one point in the movie, after Ricky and Francesca have broken things off, but before Ricky and Robbie end up in a relationship, Ricky and Robbie are having an argument because Ricky is being kind of unemotional over having to break things off with Francesca, and Robbie doesn't like that she's acting so cold about it. And he says at some point that it's like she thinks that she's exempt from having feelings because she's not a real girl. And the instant he says it, he realizes that he messed up, and the instant it comes out of his mouth, Ricky is heartbroken because she thought that he was the one person outside of her dad and her brother who fully supported who she was. And these two actors and how they handled portraying this scene and the writing for the script, I think does a good job of showing that he went too far. Sure, he might have had a point, but the instant that he used her identity against her, he became in the wrong. And Ricky ends up leaving the conversation, and the plot continues, and he apologizes, and they end up in a relationship together. But this is one of those moments where that southern ignorance, I guess, just kind of rears its ugly head a little bit, because there's other moments where he's talking about like her body and how evolution relating to having sex with Francesca will take over, and just some other silly things that I kind of considered a little questionable, but considering how close he and Ricky were, maybe that's something that's okay with them having a conversation about. Not my place to judge that friendship. But overall, I don't think these questionable moments eclipse the heart that the movie has. It's a really cute movie, and I definitely think it's worth a watch. Have you seen the movie? What'd you think? Let me know in the comments below. Have a good week, guys. Bye!